GAC Sports Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the Great American Conference.
For the final time this weekend, welcome in to Fire Lake Arena in Shawnee, Oklahoma, the site of the women's and men's basketball postseason tournament championships. And this afternoon, right now, we have the men's basketball championship on the way. The number 5 seed, Arkansas Tech University, the number 2 seed, Southern Arkansas University, set to battle for an automatic bid into the NCAA tournament. The 5th seed, Arkansas Tech, has fought its way in, coming off a victory just yesterday over the upstart 8th seed Ouachita, and it's been a defensive effort for Tech, led by Talon Peter, who over the course of this tournament has averaged 15.5 points.
Talon Peter could very easily be the best player in this conference just in terms of a talent perspective. He's finally starting to come into his own as part of Mark Downey's offense. He's had a lot of help from players like B.J. Johnson and Nico Gosnell.
And there you just saw Johnson there with the slam. Tommy Camarade as well. A great effort from everyone in the gold and black to get to this point. And they're going to have a tough time ahead of them today. They're going to have to keep up that defensive effort if they expect to be able to move on against the 2nd seed in the tournament, the Southern Arkansas Mule Riders, who have been led by LaTraven Black. Double-doubles in both of his games so far, averaging 14 and 11 this weekend.
And another team that gets it done at both ends of the floor. Southern Arkansas comes from behind to defeat Henderson State in the semis last night, and they used their defense to get them there. And this should be an outstanding matchup. Looking forward to it.
Put more than 80 points on the board last night, a 3-point victory over the Reddies, advancing into this championship game, the 2nd time that Southern Arkansas in 3 years will be playing for a Great American Conference Tournament Championship, and it was a team effort all the way around.
It has been, and when you get to this point in the season, you have to be playing as one, and both of these teams doing that at the moment. They have a lot of scouts looking for this game, a rematch of the final regular season matchup between these two teams.
You see there on the left, Logan Quinn, the head coach of the Mule Riders in his 1st season as the lead man in Magnolia. No stranger, though, to these Great American Conference tournaments, as he's been on the bench with Coach Andy Sharp for a number of years. But now it's his team. And you know what? This is a team that has made some noise this year. 21-9 on the season, 15-7 overall. That was good enough for a tie for 2nd in the standings, and they earned the number 2 seed. Highest seed in the GAC era for Southern Arkansas heading into a tournament, and the 21 wins, the most in the NCAA Division II era. On the right side of the screen there, deep within that huddle, you'll find Coach Mark Downey in his 7th season with the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys over 2 different stints. We've talked about him being the Grover Cleveland of GAC basketball, and he's made the most of it in his time, getting these Wonder Boys back to the tournament championship, their 4th championship appearance in the 12 seasons of the GAC tournament.
Looking at Mark Downey, one of the sharp-dressed men of the GAC as well. One of the few coaches at any level of Division II basketball that still wears suits. We talked about the COVID season. A lot of coaches went a little backed off. Coach Downey stayed in the suits. He likes his staff to be well-dressed.
There you see the starting lineups as we talk about them. We've mentioned Talon Peter for Arkansas Tech. It's Lavelle, Peter, Johnson, Camarade, and Gosnell. And the Wonder Boys will be wearing the dark jerseys for Southern Arkansas. Weish, Rogers, Hammond, Schreiner, and Black.
2 very long, very athletic teams looking to get after it for a GAC championship today.
Gosnell and Black going up. Gosnell will control the tip, and we are underway. Game number 14 of our weekend here in Shawnee, and a tournament bid on the line, the NCAA tournament, just like that. Andre Lavelle puts 2 on the board for the Wonder Boys, and the green and gold are on top first.
Lavelle got a slow start to the tournament, but over the last game and a half or so, he's heated up and really starting to lead this offense from that point guard position.
Put up 10 points and 6 rebounds in the win last night over Henderson State. Southern Arkansas with its first opportunity as Black backs down low, and Gosnell says, nope, not this time. Well ahead of the pack. Looked like it might be another dunk for B.J. Johnson. He's had a couple of highlight reel dunks. That one he simply lays in, up and over.
The George Gervin-esque finger roll for Johnson.
Wonder Boys on top early. Quick 4-0 lead. Black's going to try it again. Instead, he kicks out to Brock Schreiner, who'll be fouled on his way into the basket. Schreiner, a big night last night with 19 points and 5 boards, and it was just really a Herculean effort, and his team got what they needed from him. As Coach Quinn mentioned in the postgame press conference last night, and his teammates did as well, they said, look, they push him, said, you're the dude. You've got to be the dude, and last night, Blake, he was the dude.
And you got to look to him again to be the dude today against a very good Arkansas Tech team, long and athletic out of that man-to-man defense.
Shot clock starting to wind down here early. Looking inside once again. Southern Arkansas trying to go with the high percentage shot. Black unsuccessful. The follow-up, though, from Chris Weiss, the senior from Elgin, Texas.
That's an easy box out that somebody missed as you watch that hard hedge again by Black in pick-and-roll coverage.
Lavelle up top of the key. They'll start the half-court offense. We haven't seen much of that from Arkansas Tech. They've had points off of fast breaks earlier, moving it quickly in. Lavelle will set things up. Shot clock below 10 right now. Lavelle backing Schreiner down low. Left hand scoop shot won't go. And the rebound to the Mule Riders.
Gregory Hammond Jr., the GAC Newcomer of the Year, pulled down that rebound. Had the highlight dunk of the tournament so far in last night's win over Henderson State.
Schreiner running jumper. The one-hand floater goes in, and this one gives the Mule Riders 2. Should read 4-4. Peter, again, stepped up his game as the tournament has gone along, and Camarade will be fouled.
You've got to close out on a good three-point shooter. Arkansas Tech has a couple of, but you've got to be able to let them come down and land.
Camarade averaging 6 points a contest this weekend, 4.5 board. He'll go to the line to shoot 3 now. As Lavelle will check out for Arkansas Tech. Cade Schaefer checking in, the sophomore. Hometown boy from Russellville, Arkansas.
He talked last night in the post-game press conference about how cool it was to be a Russellville native and to help his hometown team play for a chance to go to the NCAA tournament, something that they did frequently about a decade to 10 to 15 years ago.
3 free throws attempted, 3 made for Tommy Camarade. And the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys back on top in this one. Automatic bid to the NCAA tournament on the line. We've mentioned that. Quick to the basket, up and in. A nice look for Hammond.
Outstanding body control there by Hammond.
Number 2 seed versus the number 5 seed. Top seed in the tournament, Southern Nazarene. The men were ousted on day 1 by the 8th seed, Ouachita Tigers. And if you're a Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm fan, you need to be thinking about what you're going to be watching next week, because the Crimson Storm were number 3 in the regional rankings heading into this week's tournament. It is very, very, very likely they have already locked in a spot into the regional. So the automatic bid given out today would make the GAC a 2-bid lead.
Nice three-pointer there you see from Blake Rogers. If he can have a consistent game from the perimeter, Southern Arkansas going to be tough to beat today.
Rogers got things going early yesterday. Took a little while to get the offense going again. Gap in between the two, but he had 18 points when all was said and done.
A frustrated Mark Downey stomping the ground. Really upset at Camarade over not blocking out that last shot attempt.
Mule Riders to inbound on their own end. Schreiner drives in, jumper, and tell you what, he's making the most of that high arcing shot today. Another rainbow, and 2 more points for Schreiner. Again, coming off such a big night last night, the steal, and Black will try to chase it down in the corner. He throws it into the broadcast booth, where Sam and Kelly, the Arkansas Tech broadcasters, nearly got to throw that one back in.
You won't find 2 nicer guys than Sam and Kelly in this tournament, and that's saying a lot.
Definitely is. This will go back to the Wonder Boys trailing now by 2. Up-tempo pace in this game. Teams that can rely on their defense, but could also put points on the board. Southern Arkansas got the better of Arkansas Tech in both meetings this season, and they were 2 different games. Schreiner, top of the key, thought he might look inside. Instead, they reverse. Hammond has it just taken away, and actually it looked as much as anything as though he left that ball behind. It's going to go off Hammond's legs. I believe last touched this. It will give it to Arkansas Tech. As we sort this one out, a media timeout. Our first of the contest. Quick pace here. Mule Riders up by 2.
If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Looking back, I think I was a little nervous starting college. But from the moment I arrived at OBU, it felt like home. I found new friends, we laughed together, studied together, and learned what it means to be a Bison.
Amy.
I got to know my professors and found out that they really care about me. I found my place at OBU.
Southern Arkansas up by 2, a 2 versus 5 matchup here for the tournament championship. It's going to stay with Southern Arkansas. No, it is going to stay with Southern Arkansas, but it's going to be in down over on the side. Thought that Hammond had touched it last, but apparently it was last touched by Arkansas Tech. So the officials took time to sort that one out. Looking inside, Weish up and over Peter, in for 2. Nice cut.
Strong side flex cut. You get a step ahead of your defender. It's an easy layup.
And a design play coming out of the timeout as well. Nice look for Southern Arkansas. Mule Riders extend the lead. Largest lead of the game so far for Southern Arkansas. Pass inside. We're going to call that foul on the court.
He was inside the arc. If we take a look here, secondary defender, remember, inside the arc, they've got to go vertical immediately. And Black tried to take the charge. He had both feet inside the arc, and that's an easy call.
Number 23 in the contest for both teams right now. Wes Harris, a junior from Phoenix, Arizona, checked in for Arkansas Tech at the break. And Correll Ray for Southern Arkansas, sophomore from Four Oaks, North Carolina, in for the Mule Riders now, who want to build on an early lead.
Harris only played 26 minutes in this tournament coming into play today, but 18 big ones off the bench in last night's win.
They definitely needed him. There were some big role players yesterday to help these teams advance to this championship game. And Latraven Black finally gets 2 points on the board. His first basket today in 3 attempts. Lavelle back in, looking for Johnson, gets past the defender. Shot, as he's able to control the body up in the air. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Changed in midair did Johnson, just trying to get away from the block shot. and was the beneficiary. As you watch him up here, I guess the contact forced him to go further left. Had a little different look there underneath.
B.J. Johnson, 67% free throw shooter on the season, makes the first. And Jerry Caraway checking in for Southern Arkansas. Caraway, a junior from Dallas, Texas. And Johnson's second free throw is true. Wonder Boys are 5 for 5 from the free throw line in the early going. Caraway looking for a screen up top. Not going to get that, so he'll decide to take it in. Schreiner big inside and outside last night. They find Black again down low. And Blake starting to see a pattern here as Coach Quinn is looking to exploit the inside with the Traven Black.
Getting those mismatches on the pick and roll going to be huge for Southern Arkansas today. As you saw, Black got away after he slipped.
Well, it's a different feel in today's game as opposed to the game they played last night. Shot by Darrell Roberts will not go. They're going against some really, really big men in the interior for Henderson State. And it may just feel like, hey, this is a better opportunity for us right now to establish ourselves in the lane.
They're going to take it, and now you see Gosnell come back into the game for Arkansas Tech. Tech really long across that back line, especially when Roberts and Gosnell are both in the game. Peter, a pretty big guard as well. He can kind of play that swingman position.
Again, Gosnell coming back in, lineup bigger. Black on the baseline. Skip pass to the corner. Black will take it back. Narrowly avoids the baseline to the left corner. Shot a little bit strong for Ray. It's going to stay on the Mule Rider end, though.
Weiss had an opportunity, just passed on it twice.
Caraway off the front iron. Big rebound for Nico Gosnell. Gosnell, a 6'9" senior from Lone Tree, Iowa. And Black reaches in to commit the foul.
You see Gosnell slip that pick and roll just like Southern Arkansas has been doing in that double high ball screen. Didn't have an open lane though, fortunately for the Wonder Boys. Black reached in from behind and hacked down.
Blake Rogers checking back into the game for the Mule Riders. Rogers is a 6'1" senior from Starkville, Mississippi. Tommy Camerot also back into the contest right now. He'll miss that shot. Mule Riders played from behind most of the game yesterday. Didn't really establish a lead that they would hold until the very late portion of the game. Nice look inside. The cutter on the right baseline is Karel Ray.
That's the problem when your defender is in such a deep help position. He's not looking at his matchup anymore when that drive starts, and that's an easy cut to the basket from the baseline.
Wonder Boys got off to a quick lead early, but it's been a bit of a struggle right now, and Southern Arkansas just has made the most of every opportunity on the offensive end. Long range shot, looked a little bit too strong for Darrell Roberts, the 6'7" senior from Dallas. Oh my. Gregory, those are some long steps.
I was just about to say the exact same thing. It was legal just because there was such a long stride, and Tech's going to call a timeout to talk this one over.
Now, long strides will lead to a good look. A 10-point advantage for the Mule Riders as we go to the next media timeout here in Shawnee.
The professors care and they go out of their way to make sure that you are going to succeed.
Hi, I'm Rolante. I'm a sophomore at Southeastern, and we help make this video.
How to spot a bull weevil. Boll weevils are a fascinating species. They're known to travel in packs, are highly intelligent, and can thrive in any environment. Each and every boll weevil is unique, and they have unique opportunities. But they all share one common trait. Every boll weevil has a bright future awaiting wherever they go. And that's how you spot a boll weevil. Learn more at uamont.edu.
We were talking about long steps from Gregory Hammond Jr., the 6'7" junior from New Orleans. He's going to have some long legs. 6'7", one of the tallest, actually tied for the mark of tallest player on the team. Well, they have Logan Bradley listed at 6'8", sophomore from Boonville, Arkansas. Schaefer back in the contest for Arkansas Tech. The Wonder Boys have the ball, and they trail by 10 here.
Not getting a lot done on the offensive end these last few possessions.
Gosnell will have an opportunity to change that on the free throw line. Nico Gosnell will go there to shoot 2. He's a 52% free throw shooter on the year. Arkansas Tech, the 5 seed, coming in 16-14 on the year. 12-10 they were in GAC play this season. Good enough to be number 5th in the rankings, drawing the 5 seed. This is the 3rd time, by the way. It has been a 5 versus 2 for the GAC championship. And if you're wondering, number 5 has won both times, gotten the advantage of the 2 seed. Back in 2013, it was Ouachita, the 5 seed, over the 2 seed Arkansas Tech. They've been involved both times previous to this one. 59-54. 2 years later, Arkansas Tech was the 5 seed over the 2 seed East Central. That was a really strong and offensively powerful East Central team, and Tech played with them, kept that fast pace, and won in an 80-77 victory to take the title.
Tech will have been involved in all 3 games now.
That's right. Hammond from long range, he drains it, and Hammond will extend the lead for the Mule Riders as Southern Arkansas has more than doubled up on Arkansas Tech here.
Just everything going right for the Mule Riders offensively.
Darrell Roberts spins around and gets that one to fall.
You need Darrell Roberts to continue to have a really good tournament. He has been outstanding so far this week. Just his first basket on the day, though.
Roberts, again, a senior from Dallas. A couple of seniors out there right now. That one won't fall. Long range won't go. Bounces around. Kamerad will leave it back in for his team. Down the court, numbers for Tech. The alley. The oop not there for Peter, though. Nice look.
That would have changed the course of this game. That was about to be a thunderous dunk.
Looking inside, Hammond can't get it close range. Kamerad there as well as Gosnell. Peter ahead of the pack, and this time he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Peter making the smarter decision there, just taking it all the way to the basket, hit on his way up. Never did have a chance to attempt the layup.
Talked about Cade Schaefer being a sophomore from Russellville, as is Talon Peter, a hometown boy, listed as a sophomore, and Peter gets his first point of the game.
Also, BJ Johnson returns.
High school teammates, I believe, at Russellville High School, home of the Cyclones.
Pretty much a straight shot from Russellville on I-40 to get here to Shawnee, and there's a good fan base here on tap to watch the Wonder Boys play. Got it back to within 9.
Be about my halfway point of my journey home tonight. And it is definitely a journey. We'll put it like that.
Well, we talked about the number 5 seed having success. 2013, 14, and 15, the number 5 seed in the tournament won the tournament championship. Not bad being the number 5 seed, although Arkansas Tech's probably not liking the 9-point deficit right now. For Southern Arkansas, Mule Riders would like to change history. The 5th time a number 2 seed's been in the finals. 0 for 4 in the previous 4 attempts. And a foul. That one's going to go against Southern Arkansas's Jesse Davis Jr. 6'6" junior from Shreveport, Louisiana, over the back after the long miss.
And already the 7th team foul in Southern Arkansas, so Tech will be shooting the bonus the rest of the half.
See how that plays out. I mean, a 9-point advantage, but if you give too many opportunities for a team that's down to make points without the clock moving, definitely works to that team's advantage. Rogers behind the arc, and Weiss thinks about it, and instead, now look at what this half-court set will develop into.
Great recovery defensively there by Gosnell. Watch him again as he dumps back quickly.
Rogers eschews the three-pointer twice now, and the baseline shot will not go for him. Wonder Boys with an opportunity again. High pass inside. Gosnell can't take it straight to the basket, so he kicks it right back out. Roberts will look and take it all the way in. Off the glass, and 2 for Darrell Roberts.
And he'll get a delay of game warning. The ball went right through the net to him, even though he tossed it to an official. Just leave the basketball alone. You can back up, and if it gets tangled up, you don't get the delay. But even if you touch it, even tossing it to the official can merit a delay of game warning.
Roberts with 4 points on the day, 2 for 4 from the field. And the Wonder Boys are within a touchdown right now. Rogers all the way through, and a nice job on the inside. Wes Harris with the block.
When you go down with the ball to your waist in midair, that's going to give a long defender like Harris a much easier chance to get over the top and deflect it.
$10 on the shot clock now for Rogers. And Weiss from the elbow turnaround jumper is a little bit strong. Schaefer will lead the Wonder Boys back down. It's been a bit of a scoring drought. 3 minutes since the last points on the board for the Mule Riders. And a turnover there as Roberts goes down. We go to the media timeout. The Wonder Boys on a 6-0 run and trail by just 7 right now here in Shawnee.
Running outdoors, you got to take what nature gives you. We'd like to say we run when they don't. So we want to give you products to be able to run when you don't think you should run, when it's pouring rain outside, it's snowing. We're going to have products for you to get out there. You don't get better sitting on your butt not training. You got to get out there and run.
At Under Armour, it's always about premium textiles. They need to perform, they need to be the best. The merging of hybrid textiles with naturals and new seaming and bonding and super sleek, modern, fast, futuristic designs, that's where we are really going to turn it up a notch. If you look good and you feel good, you're going to perform better.
That is what is on the line here at Fire Lake Arena. That and an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. But it's always nice to have the hardware to take home with it. You know, something you can look at. Trophy case for Arkansas Tech has a couple of those in it already. The 4th championship appearance for Arkansas Tech. 2-1. Having won the tournament title in 2012 and 2015. And that actually was the last time the men's basketball team, the Wonder Boys, were in the championship game back in 2015. That drought is over 8 years later. Wanting to make the most of it here as they creep back into this one. Quick foul as Harris goes over the back.
So eager to get a hand on that pass, but if you're looking at the back of an opposing player's jersey on that pass, and you've not got him at least 3-quartered, if not fully fronted, leave that alone. Just wall up, play man-to-man.
Man-to-man defense. Black looked like he was going to get away from his defender. Did not. Schreiner has room. Schreiner will drain it. 3 points for Southern Arkansas. The scoring drought's over now.
They're going to give Mark Downey a bench warning, and he is chasing the official.
Back to a double-digit lead for Southern Arkansas right now as Coach Downey is less than pleased.
He may want one to get his team motivated again. A little early.
Well, they trailed by 13 just a moment ago. Got it back down to 7. If you're going to grab that tee, you definitely want to make it count. And I don't know, is it too early for that? We'll see. Look inside. Doesn't need it right now. That pass, quick pass into Wes Harris. And 2 points for the Wonder Boys as Harris gets his first basket.
Playing big minutes early. 8 minutes in the first round game against East Central, 18 against Henderson State last night. He's looking to be on the floor quite a bit here in just the first half of play.
Got it back to within 11. Black looks down low. And a kick out to Schreiner for 3 in the corner. Count it, back-to-back trips down the court. And Schreiner has put 6 quickly on the board. Back to a double-digit lead for the Mule Riders.
Having an outstanding tournament, and you cannot leave him open in that situation. He makes the Wonder Boys pay.
Now, coming off a 19-point game last night against Henderson State in a huge outing, Peter steps back. It's going to be a long two, but Talon Peter.
They're going to take a look at the next media timeout. They marked it.
Now, one official said long two. We were looking at this one on this side. I think they may have given him 3, but they'll sort that out here in just a moment. How about 3? That one is for real. Blake Rogers from long range.
We saw a stretch like this last night where teams went about 4 straight possessions, finishing with a 3-point field goal. Oh, what a move.
Talon Peter back the other way. No doubt that's 2 points, but no doubt that's a big-time score.
Oh, that's beautiful. Stops behind the back with a finish with the left hand. Nobody even close. Outstanding.
Peter with 6 right now. I think they've gone back to giving that one just to 2 points there. And 2 more for Brock Schreiner. This from close range, so he doesn't have to be 20-plus feet away to put a basket in.
He is turning into a scorer. We talked to him last night. He said he loved being the facilitator, but he's starting to figure out that he can score the ball at this level.
Foul away from the ball. That will go against Schreiner, and he's picked up number 2. Or, excuse me, that will go against Hammond. Schreiner has no fouls. Hammond has his second. Harris misses the front end of the 1-and-1. And the Wonder Boys had been solid from the free throw line the outset of this game. Now 7 of 11, shooting just 64%. And you can't afford to give up those easy baskets right there. And speaking of easy baskets, that one doesn't go the way for Black.
He's open this communication on the ball screen.
Roberts drives in. He'll draw the contact and the foul. But Traven Black has had 2 big games in this tournament so far. We talked about that at the outset. He's averaging a double-double, but he's had 2 separate double-doubles. 18 and 10 against Oklahoma Baptist in the quarterfinal, and then in last night's victory over Henderson State, 10 points and 12 boards. He's just 2 for 5 from the field right now. Everything coming from close range, too, so just not getting those short shots to fall.
Give yourself opportunities. Continue to give yourself opportunities. Those balls eventually go in the hole. Good teams know how to score the basketball in from deep.
Roberts successful on the free throw line, helping the Wonder Boys cause right there. 2 for 2 now. That one still too strong. Black is having a frustrating first half in the lane. On the other end, too strong down the court for Roberts. Black will bring it back down. A 5-on-4 look right now. Skip to the corner, and Schreiner will give it back to Black. Roberts coming back into your screen there to play defense. And from long range, wow, how about that? Chris Weish for 3.
Already the 6th three-point field goal of the half for Southern Arkansas. Tech 0 for 2 from 3, and that is the difference in this game.
Yeah, it really is. 6 for 10 from outside the arc. And when you're shooting 60% from three-point land, that's going to be really a strong ingredient in a recipe for success.
Keep getting open looks. You're going to keep burying them.
Media timeout. I don't think you can ever have enough vanilla in any recipe, and that's where the three-point line is for Southern Arkansas right now. Keep bringing the vanilla, and we'll come back with the Mule Riders up 13.
Hey, what you doing this for? Just out here for recreational purposes? No. Working, man.
Mission today is work hard until you can't go no more. It's always a team mission. Can't get nowhere without the team. It takes everybody. 1, 2, 3. You better be open. You better be open.
Man, listen, listen. It's only one attitude that you gotta bring. Let's go. That you need to bring.
Work. I mean, we come out here every day to get better. If it was easy, everybody would do it, man. We work out on the street, you feel me? We the best in the nation. We outwork y'all, we outwork anybody. We always grinding, always getting better.
Every time I come through these lines, no matter where these lines at, work. Maximum effort.
Let's go.
Great American Conference 12th GAC tournament, second time that the event has been held here in Fire Lake Arena, a fantastic facility for postseason action. And Southern Arkansas has reason to dance a little bit right now when you're up 13 in the first half.
It's been a fun week for Mule Rider fans and the team. 3 games in 4 days as opposed to Arkansas Tech's 3 in 3. You have to wonder if the Wonder Boys are running out of gas even after a win over Ouachita last night, that 73-66 decision.
Yeah, and there were a couple of good games and games in which Tech really got to show its defensive strength. Arkansas Tech, 4th in the conference in defense scoring-wise, giving up only 67 points. By the way, it's just about a wash for Tech. They score right at 67 as well. So I think a minus 0.2 in the margin there. Doesn't matter. It's a strong defensive effort. Played well against East Central in the quarterfinal. And then against Ouachita, we talked about last night. Ouachita, the second number 8 seed to advance in the GAC tournament in its 12-year history. A big, big win for the Tigers over Southern Nazarene. Again, Crimson Storm fans shouldn't have much to worry about. Waiting for the selection show a little bit later tonight on the men's team. And we do know this, the Crimson Storm will have the women's team in for sure, as Gosnell coming over to the bench.
Look out.
Along with Devontae Walker. Gosnell back into play. And it looks like everyone's okay over here on press row. Coast to coast, and a foul drawn by Jerry Caraway as he goes to the hoop. So let's talk really quickly. Southern Arkansas's women's team will get the automatic bid for the GAC with a victory over Harding in the tournament final today. And Caraway all the way down the court. That one looked like Camarade got a hand on that. He picked up the foul as well.
Southern Arkansas's bench was all wanting goaltending. It just wasn't there. That ball was still well on its way up where Camarade got a hand on it.
Didn't get a chance to talk about Devontae Walker. The freshman has checked in now. And another hometown boy, a freshman from Magnolia, Arkansas. Played at Magnolia High School. And Coach Quinn was talking about the fact that he came in and gave some really good minutes against Henderson State last night. Coming off the bench, was strong on the inside and helped their defensive effort. And there he is getting the board, and this one's thrown in. Looked like it was heading our direction, Blake, but tied up there on the court, and the loose ball possession arrow favors Southern Arkansas. It's going to stay on the Mule Rider end.
And you love to see the sportsmanship there. No words. Both teams, black and white jersey, didn't matter. Everybody's helping each other up off the floor. You know, these two teams are the third time this year. Not bitter rivals, but they've seen each other plenty of times over their careers in Russellville and Magnolia, respectively.
Well, they extended the regular season when they met each other. First contest this year, both went to Southern Arkansas. The first one at Magnolia, 62-53. The second one was the season finale in Senior Day in Russellville, and it went to not one but two overtimes. 85-83, the Mule Riders advanced with a win, and they escaped Russellville on Senior Day, by the way. Held on, free throws down the stretch, but it became a course of action because the Mule Riders were just 3 of their last 6 free throws and had to hang on at the charity stripe.
And if they hadn't won that game, they would have been the 3 seed, and Southeastern would have gotten the 2 instead of being in a tie.
And Peter works his way all the way around Chris Weish on that right block, and he'll go to the free throw line after the basket.
Weish pleading his case that Peter initiated contact. I might have had a little bump backwards going up, but they'll say no, he went A to B. Easy and one play there.
Talon Peter with the and one opportunity. He has 8 points now, 3 of 5 from the field, go along with 4 and an assist. And the and one successful. So Wonder Boys trying to keep it around 10, maybe less, going into the break.
They've dropped back into a 1-3-1 with Camarade at the top. That can be intimidating with his long frame there.
It could allow for a trap down low on the block. That's what we get. Caraway over to Rogers, and they're going to stay with that look. 1-3, giving a room inside. And up and over and in for Davis. And he had to really find that ball. He lost it first, thought he might lose his good look.
Way to attack a 1-3-1. You get 2 guys in corners. You have 2 guards and you have a big man in the middle. You cancel out the middle part of the 1-3-1, and then you essentially play 4-on-4, and it looks much more like a man look.
Peter, again, another great move to the basket. Shot won't fall.
They immediately go back to man-to-man here.
And sometimes you just shift things around on defense. Just even one trip down the court to make the opponent think about what you're going to be in can make all the difference in the world. Back to that man right now, and it's going to be a trip all the way down the court.
The foul is calling on Gosnell.
Will it?
So it's the 6th foul. Just the 6th foul on Arkansas Tech. They all thought it was going the other direction.
Well, and the official, it looked like he was pointing that way at first too, so I know I thought it was going the other direction too, and it's going to stay on the Mule Riders' end. 6th foul means no free throws yet. Everything after this for either team will be a free throw. Caraway needs to get the ball in, and finally does. Out to Walker, top of the key. The shot clock had gone back to only 20 after it stayed on the Mule Rider end. In the corner, open for 3. That one is a little bit too strong for Walker. And the Wonder Boys get the board. 1 minute remaining here in the first half.
Tech's got to make a little run here to get a little momentum back. That could be a way to start it if it fell.
Schaefer had the good look, and the Mule Riders will slow it down. And take the timeout just before the break. 13 points the advantage. Coach Quinn will set something up, and we'll be back in just a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
Mule Riders, the #2 seed, trying to change historical perspective on what the 2 seed has done in the championship game. 4 times there and 4 times unsuccessful. Is that going to be different today? Well, 13 points the advantage with 42 seconds left here in the first half. Mule Riders trying to make a statement right now. Brock Schreiner with 12 points. He's in the contest. They may look his direction. Caraway will lead it there, and they go Schreiner's direction. Kicks back out for Rogers. Long 3, count it. Blake Rogers. Wow, 16 points heading into the half. Wonder Boys need something right here. Roberts works his way in, gets the shot to fall. 15 seconds left. Likely one more opportunity for the Mule Riders, and Caraway takes it all the way in. Double, maybe triple clutch. Helps the Wonder Boys. 2-on-1. Roberts has time. He's fouled. Won't make the shot, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Maybe, you talk about ill-advised shots. Maybe that one from Caraway, a little bit ill-advised. Went up a little bit too early. Got up in the air and had nowhere to go with it. Schreiner commits the foul. That's going to be his first personal, and Roberts will shoot 2.
Boy, Caraway got up there and just back and forth and back and forth and back. Couldn't decide which way he wanted to go.
Darrell Roberts' first free throw is good. He's now 3 for 3 on the day from the line. Good again. Roberts with 10 points here in the first half. Rogers for 3, falling down as he puts that one up. It's going to go a little bit too strong, but the Mule Riders will take a 12-point lead, up by a dozen in this championship game going into the intermission. Coach Downey speaking with Schaefer here as they go into the half. We're going to take a break, though. We'll come back with stats, highlights, and more about the first 20 minutes of this GAC championship game.
Who do we look to shape our world? It'll be people who know how to think with their heads and their hearts. People who contribute with compassion, courage, confidence. People who understand that faith is not the enemy of education, but its partner. Tomorrow's difference makers and world changers will understand they're part of something bigger. An unstoppable force for good. More than book smart, more than business smart. They are wise in their whole being. These are the people who will shape our future, and you'll find them at OBU today.
I am a future shaper.
I'm a future shaper.
We are future shapers. Learn to live well and lead well in God's world. Be a future shaper at OBU.
Hey Future Readies, are you interested in a career in technology? Henderson State University offers degrees in aviation, computer science, and engineering. Visit hsu.edu/degrees to see the full list of degree opportunities. We are here to help you be ready for what's next. Contact us at admissions@hsu.edu or visit hsu.edu/readies to apply today or schedule a campus visit.
Fire Lake Arena here in Shawnee. Halftime stats look like this. The number 2 seed trying its best to advance to take the automatic bid here from the Great American Conference, and doing it shooting 51% from the field. Both teams actually, Blake, shooting well this afternoon. It's just been that Southern Arkansas has had more opportunities, and a big part of that, you see 5 turnovers for Arkansas Tech. They're not getting as many chances to get the shot. Another thing, too, the rebounding edge favors Southern Arkansas. The Mule Riders have been able to keep it on their end of the court.
It does, and when there's not a lot of missed shots, it's a lot harder to win the rebounding battle. But I look immediately at Southern Arkansas. 7 of their 18 field goals made have been from behind the three-point line. Arkansas Tech yet to make one. They're 0 of 4.
Well, that makes up 7 of the 12-point differential right there. And looking at it, Brock Schreiner picking up where he left off last night. 19 points last night. He has 12 points right now to lead the way for Southern Arkansas, as we, in a moment, may get an opportunity to look at some highlights as it is. Gregory Hammond with 7 points. Chris Weiss with 7 for Southern Arkansas. Blake Rogers, 9 points. And this is an interesting stat line, by the way, here for LaTraven Black. He has only 4 points, but across the board, he's been effective in the first half for Southern Arkansas. 4 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. He's done a lot of good things there, as we see Schreiner hitting inside and outside there. Gregory Hammond Jr. going to the rack. And B.J. Johnson's thrown down with authority a couple of times. That one he just lays right in there. But Schreiner once again drawing the defense in. Tech staying around in this one. Lavelle making an effort. And, well, they're the cheerleading squad. Hi, how you doing? Look inside. And there is Black with 2 of his 4 points. Coach Downey, well, he might need a hug right now. And I'm sure he's expressing his displeasure at halftime as they're making their adjustments. To the rack strong is Darrell Roberts. And Arkansas Tech trailing by 12. Schreiner, you didn't see it go in, but I tell you, it really happened. Great American Conference Tournament Championship on the line here. Joey McWilliams along with Blake Smith. Glad we get to present these games to you. It's been a fun 4 days. We have 20 minutes more of game time left to play, so we'll take a break and let you refill your drinks and your popcorn and get ready for more action here on the GAC Sports Network.
When you think about college, it's easy to think of intimidating things.
Like the large campus and classrooms, big books, and big tests. But when you get here, you realize that it's not just about these things.
It's about the people.
The people who pushed us to succeed.
Those who struggled and achieved with us.
It's about finding our place.
And living and learning with people who care about you.
This is home.
When you think about college, it's easy to think of intimidating things.
Like the large campus and classrooms, big books, and big tests.
And the long journey you'll take to achieve your dream career.
But when you get here, you realize that it's not just about these things.
Instead, it's about the people.
The people who pushed us to succeed.
Those who struggled and achieved with us.
Believed in us.
It's about how we feel when we're on campus.
It's about finding our place.
It's about family. You may not always know exactly where you're going, but at SAU, it's about discovering yourself and living and learning with people who care about you.
It's about finding your home.
It's about being home.
This is home.
It's your moment. It's your moment.
moment.
SWOSU has been saying that the focus is you for 20 years. Now that I'm here, I know my voice matters.
It's a true home away from home where the professors really do put the focus on me and my dreams.
At SWOSU, it feels like they are cheering me on with so many ways to get involved, like social clubs,
sports, quality academics, and great people who care about your success. For real, the focus is on you.
Open the door to your future at SWOSU. Go Dogs!
SWOSU, the focus is you.
If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what is character, culture, and Christ? Creating culture. Certainly when we graduate students, they go out and they create culture in classrooms. They create culture in churches. They create culture anywhere they go.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself, the rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Looking back, I think I was a little nervous starting college. But from the moment I arrived at OBU, it felt like home. I found new friends, we laughed together, studied together, and learned what it means to be a Bison. Amy. I got to know my professors and found out that they really care about me. I found my place at OBU.
At East Central University, we educate and empower students to transform the world. We provide an exceptional hands-on learning experience. with professors who really go that extra mile. East Central University encourages students to become who they are meant to be while making lasting memories. East Central University, welcome home.
It's your moment.
Championship Sunday here at Fire Lake Arena in Shawnee, Oklahoma. The Great American Conference Tournament Championship. The best teams in the league have been on display here over the last 4 days, and it culminates here with the second half of this one. 20 minutes of basketball left to play. This one not decided yet, but the Mule Riders are up by 12 heading into this second half. Joey McWilliams along with Blake Smith. Again, it's been a fun weekend, and we have a little bit more action left to show you here. You can watch us on GAC Sports Network. You can also check us out on YouTube. The subscriber count has grown over the course of this weekend there. GAC Athletics on the YouTube channel. Go back and watch some of the previous games as well there on the channel. Arkansas Tech to inbound to get things underway here in this second half. Lavelle, Johnson, Peter, Camarade, and Gosnell to open things up for the green and gold. Spinning jumper, no good, and Southern Arkansas will take it the other direction. Rogers has the ball, along with Black, Schreiner, Weish, and Hammond. The 5 on the court for Southern Arkansas. Black, we mentioned, only 4 points, but a great stat line so far through this first half. Off the glass, that one will not fall, and the Wonder Boys will take it the other direction. Gosnell quickly, and he'll try to pass that one off to Camarade coming through the lane, can't get there. Off the inbound, shot no good, a little bit strong, and Black is there for the board once again.
Starting to grow frustrating here for Arkansas Tech. Great job there by Lavelle, though.
Incredibly good job. You're exactly right. Andre Lavelle, a sophomore from Canton, Ohio, and steps in there to draw that tie ball. It's going to stay on Southern Arkansas's end. Really not that much a giveaway, but it does slow down the offense, and it means the next possession will go the way of the Wonder Boys. Could be big a little bit later on.
Tech comes back out in that man-to-man look. They did have one possession in the 1-3-1 and abandoned it pretty quickly.
Black allows the defender to go up and over. Still doesn't get the shot to fall, but he'll go to the free throw line.
Simple ball fake, get your defender in the air, go up, draw the contact, and shoot two.
Nico Gosnell, his second. Team's first of the second half.
Draven Black, 55% free throw shooter on the season, his first trip today. And that one needed a little bit more.
Just short-armed it.
Second one gets the distance, 1 for 2, and the Mule Riders up 13. Peter, pass to Gosnell. Nice pass over his head to Gosnell, waiting on the left block, and Gosnell will get his opportunity on the free throw line, where he is 0 for 3 on the day.
Got to get something good happening here. Get some momentum going forward. This game is dangerously close to getting out of hand.
Gosnell still unsuccessful on the free throw line. Gets that one to fall. So a free throw on either end means it's still a 12-point game. Black backing Gosnell down, nearly loses the ball. And he'll reset and start this one again. And again, it's going to be a healthy dose of Black going on the inside. This is how the Mule Riders started the first half. Black not able to get that one to go. As a matter of fact, doesn't actually get the shot either. Lavelle draws the charging foul.
Pushed off, created that separation. We've seen it a couple of different times today.
Against Andre Lavelle, his third, number 2 on the team.
12 of Arkansas Tech's 33 points have come at the free throw line. Shooting just less than 70%, or right at 70% now from the free throw line. Means they're not getting as many shots away, and you saw that on the last trip down the court. After Lavelle's offensive foul, Tech didn't get a shot, but Hammond with a three-pointer there will extend the Mule Riders' lead to 15. Hammond with another from long range. He's 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Weiss will foul Peter on his way toward the basket.
Winner of this game, of course, as we've talked about, there being a NCAA regional berth, more than likely a true road game. Looking at an 8 seed against the champions of the MIAA in Northwest Missouri, who finished off that championship with a win over Central Oklahoma earlier today.
That's Chris Weiss will pick up that foul, and it's his 3rd personal foul. Now, Maryville, Missouri is a tough place to play. The consistency of Northwest Missouri in just this past 6 to 10 years has been really something to speak of. It's a fantastic program up there. It would be a tough draw, but the thing about it is that means you're still playing, though, no matter what. So you want to continue your season in Southern Arkansas trying to do just that.
Goes in your record book. Tournament appearance, doesn't matter if you win 1 game, 2 games, no games. We'll get to put a banner up in the gym if you choose to.
Hammond, this time driving inside and throws it in, bounces off a Tech player, but fortuitous bounce comes right back to Southern Arkansas. And even more fortuitous, it's going to stay on the Southern Arkansas end as the foul was committed by Arkansas Tech.
Mark Downey growing visibly frustrated on the far sideline, expressing his frustrations to our great table crew.
Inside, Black for 2. Latraven Black gets his first 2-point basket of the second half. He has 7 points now. And Hammond ultimately comes away with a steal right there. Southern Arkansas trying to change its own GAC tournament history against Arkansas Tech. The 2 teams have met twice in the tournament. Back in the first GAC tournament back in 2012, Arkansas Tech was the #1 seed, SAU the 8th seed, and the Wonder Boys with a 20-point win then, 85-65 on the way to a Tech championship. Then 5 years later in 2017, Tech the 3 seed, Southern Arkansas the 6 seed. It was a lot closer, 72-68, Wonder Boys with the victory there. Southern Arkansas wants to get a win over Arkansas Tech here in tournament fashion.
Well on their way here
Schreiner off the mark, rebound down low, put back for Correll Ray Jr. He has 4 on the day. Mule Riders up 17. DJ Johnson pulled that just a little bit short. Looked like he did pull the string on that one. That one came back quickly. And the Wonder Boys need to stop right here.
That's the exact opposite thing of what they needed.
Timeout on the court is what they're going to get. The media timeout means it's going to be a long break for Coach Downey and company to talk things over with the team and maybe with the officials as well right here. 19 points the advantage and a free throw on the way when we come back.
If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Looking back, I think I was a little nervous starting college. But from the moment I arrived at OBU, it felt like home. I found new friends, we laughed together, studied together, and learned what it means to be a Bison. Amy. I got to know my professors and found out that they really care about me. I found my place at OBU.
Southern Arkansas has a lot to cheer about right now. Fan base excited, cheerleaders excited as well. Up 19, possibly 20 here in just a moment, as Hammond will go to the line with an N1 opportunity. 5 for 7 from the field for 12 points. And that's tying a game high with teammate Brock Schreiner, who also has 12. 22 of 41 from the field, better than 50% now from the field. 8 of 14 outside the arc, that's around 57%. And the free throw won't go in. Hammond with the board, giving to Ray. He's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Just another instance of everything bouncing the Mule Riders' way here. Not much Tech can do about that one. A bad bounce. It is what it is at this point, I'm afraid.
Southern Arkansas, 21-9 on the season. We mentioned most wins in NCAA era history for the Mule Riders. 15 conference wins also. That is a high for the Division II era, and it's the most conference wins for the Mule Riders since 1989, 1990. Got to go back a few years for that, around 33 seasons. So obviously a successful year so far coming into the championship game. And you know the thing about that is, too, for Southern Arkansas is another free throw miss there. Still a 20-point advantage now after Ray makes the first. Blake, this Mule Rider team was the 9th pick in the preseason poll. Now, you know, you can't put a lot of stock in those preseason polls, and we realize that the season remains ahead as Roberts doesn't get that shot to fall. However, the Mule Riders, a number of them said, look, we took that to heart. Apparently, Gregory Hammond took that to heart.
And he'll get a technical because he slapped the backboard.
Mule Riders took it to heart. They've said more than once they had a chip on their shoulders. Being picked number 9, what that means is that's outside the tournament field. Well, they made the most of getting in the tournament field.
And there were a lot of unknowns with this Southern Arkansas team, just because new coach, a lot of new players, a lot of turnover on the roster. They weren't sure exactly what was going on, but they have really proved the critics and everyone in the league wrong here, as they are well on their way to an NCAA berth.
Let's look at that again. The slam, that's not the problem. Hanging on the rim slightly, that's not the issue. It's the slap on the backboard with that right hand.
Hang with the slap, no one close. It's a Class B technical, so there's only one free throw, and then they'll go back to the point of interruption.
You know, you talked about players from this previous team for Southern Arkansas. Aaron Lucas, Blake Rogers, who is here, but Jalen Brooks and Devontae Brooks, the Brooks brothers, and Lucas, those are big names on this team. And you know, if you know they're not going to be a part of it anymore, how do you reload? How do you come back? Steele on the inbound play just continues to go the Mule Riders' direction. They've come back in a big way.
They have, and I think that's a great motivating factor for a team where there's a lot of unknowns. They're usually underestimated, but usually not so much to the point where a team that will end up winning the league is picked 9th.
Players on the court right now, and Gosnell won't get that to fall.
That's the 3rd poor lob attempt by Roberts today. He's really struggled.
And you know, he's come away. He's had a solid tournament coming in. Averaged 13 points over the first 2 contests. Didn't get a lot of rebounds, but he was able to move the ball around. And another 2 points. And this one, LaTraven Black getting that to fall from close range. And his game is really starting to heat up. He's been so effective here in the championship.
Largest lead of the game for Southern Arkansas here at 23.
Back down to just 20 after Talon Peter puts that in, and that will take us to our next media timeout. Mule Riders are extending the lead here on Championship Sunday.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but we know there's growth in the journey. At ATU, we value this moment, because here, nature becomes your classroom. So breathe it in. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
How to spot a boll weevil. Boll weevils are a fascinating species. They're known to travel in packs, are highly intelligent, and can thrive in any environment. Each and every boll weevil is unique, and they have unique opportunities. But they all share one common trait. Every boll weevil has a bright future awaiting wherever they go. And that's how you spot a boll weevil. Learn more at uamont.edu.
Commissioner Eric Gordon, Associate Commissioner Eric Gordon, Eric Moyer in the background there. Keeping things going with communications here. 20 points the advantage for the Mule Riders, and they have extended a lead that was just a dozen and really taking control of this game in the early going of the second half. High pass, and that one nearly over to Dan Gregory, the play-by-play voice of the Mule Riders. I'm sure he's been excited about the competition, but didn't necessarily want to be involved.
He's had a lot to be happy about today. It's his team looking to make some postseason basketball.
Now, we were talking about Sam and Kelly just a little bit earlier on the Arkansas Tech call. How about Dan Gregory doing a fantastic job, as he always does, for the Southern Arkansas call.
A very good guy as well.
Some good folks, longtime broadcasters in the Great American Conference and even beyond. And Rogers at the top of the key. Offense, maybe a little bit more deliberate right now. Still looking for Black, though. This one from the outside. Ray's shot is a little bit too long. LaTraven Black with 9 points now on the day. And that one up and in. The Wonder Boys needed that one.
Anything to jumpstart this Arkansas Tech offense. They've got to score on just about every possession from here on out.
Pass inside to Black. He's double teamed quickly. He'll kick it back out. Rogers can hit the three. That's a little bit short. And this one's going to be away from the ball.
Fouls on Talon Peter, his second.
Peter picks up the foul. That's his second personal foul. Talon Peter with 13 points on the afternoon.
And for the Wonder Boys, returning number 12, Cade Schaefer.
Cade Schaefer.
And number 23, Wes
back into the contest. First time seen him here in the second half.
And already the 1-and-1.
Wow. And Southern Arkansas not far from that with 5 team fouls. Chris Weiss has checked back in for the Mule Riders too.
Foul change from Talon Peter to Darrell Roberts, his first. Still 7.
Okay, and you may have noticed there, Peter was very surprised that that foul was called on him. So Peter, not the one on to which the foul is going to be charged, it was Darrell Roberts. And so Peter will have 1 personal foul. Roberts will also have 1 personal foul. Still 7 for the team here in the second half. Free throw good for Correll Ray. And the lead back up to 20. Cutters, and Roberts looked like he pulled up just a little bit lame as he made it through the lane. He'll back off, he'll be outside. Lavelle works his way inside, up and over Hammond, and Andre Lavelle got 2 much needed points for the Wonder Boys.
Good strong take there, great patience at the rim.
Off the glass and in. LaTraven Black now in double figures on the afternoon. And you know, for as many times as he's had the ball down low, some successful, some not, Roberts tries to get that one to go, won't do it. Schreiner, and it was, looks like, let's see who it was last touched by there.
Blake Rogers returns.
As it stands, we'll go to the point here. Black with 11 points. He's done it on 5 of 10 shooting. Blake, I would have thought that Black had put up more shots than just 10 in this game, but 5 of 10 shooting from the field. He's shooting 50%, a solid effort. We've talked about his stat line now at 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals.
It's nice to have guys like that can fill up the stat sheet even if they're not dropping 15, 20 points in a game.
In the corner, Schreiner for 3, little short. And this one will go the other direction. Correll Ray picks up his 3rd personal foul. We go to what is the media timeout right now. We'll take it right here. 20-point contest with an automatic bid on the line.
Running outdoors, you got to take what nature gives you. We'd like to say we run when they don't. So we want to give you products to be able to run when you don't think you should run, when it's pouring rain outside, it's snowing. We're going to have products for you to get out there. You don't get better sitting on your butt not training. You got to get out there and run.
At Under Armour, it's always about premium textiles. They need to perform, they need to be the best. The merging of hybrid textiles with naturals and new seaming and bonding and super sleek, modern, fast, futuristic designs, that's where we are really going to turn it up a notch. If you look good and you feel good, you're going to perform better.
Southern Arkansas, there's the Mule Riders flag. It's always fun this time of year at the GAC basketball tournament to see all of the 12 programs' flags on display in the arena. Mule Riders less than 12 minutes away from looking to earn their first Great American Conference Tournament championship. Already today, Southern Nazarene's Crimson Storm women's basketball team earning the automatic bid on the women's side. Rebound, stays in the lane. Harris will kick it out. Back Kamerad. on the wing, needs to get this shot off. Shot clock runs down, violation. 30 seconds go by, and the Wonder Boys come away empty.
It's another frustrating possession for Arkansas Tech, and those, unfortunately for them, seem to be piling up.
Schreiner to Ray, looking through the lane, Hammond, and Camarade steps in. He'll pick up the foul.
It's a great call. Hard pick up, but a great call.
Tommy Camarade, that's his third.
Gregory Hammond Jr. goes to the line to shoot 2.
You saw Camarade leaning up and in. Hadn't given the offensive player time to react before the contact.
Hammond, a 54% free throw shooter, misses the front end of the 1-and-1, so here come the Wonder Boys. At this point, you just need to take care of every opportunity. You mentioned a moment ago, feel like they need to get points just about every trip. Well, now you can go trip by trip, and unfortunately, Lavelle loses control. Schreiner tries to give it away, but can't do it. Defense is back. It's going to stay on the Mule Rider end.
BJ Johnson returns.
Nice one-hand pass from the cheerleader there.
Mule Rider ball.
Southern Arkansas has gotten the better of Arkansas Tech in the 2 previous meetings this year. You know, we talk about the fact that it does become more difficult each time to get a victory in a season, as Ray's three-pointer is up and in. Mule Riders continue to roll here in Shawnee, but the Mule Riders are showing no signs of wear and tear. Three-pointer the other direction won't fall. Harris, and he's fouled. Got Hammond up in the air. Hammond will pick up another foul.
Foul is on Greg Hammond. This is 4.
Simple. Ball fake. Defender in the air. Create contact. Ball.
Chris Weiss returns.
Basketball is such a simple game when you break it down to just the very fundamental things like that.
Number 23, Wes Harris.
Now, could I go out there and do that? Absolutely not. That's why I'm here.
Harris shot no good. Front of the 1-and-1 miss. Both teams in the 1-and-1 right now. They're in this bonus as Rogers has Schaefer up on him tightly. Man-to-man defense. Camarade lets Black go by. Kicked back out. Schreiner gets Peter way up into the air. Shot clock winding down. Ray cuts through the lane. Loses, gets it back. Camarade with the block. Ahead to Peter, and he'll be fouled as he goes up trying to bring in that pass down the court. Latraven Black picks up his 4th personal foul. Couple of Southern Arkansas Mule Riders now with 4.
Just stepped up into Peter as he was airborne. Had a clear path to that ball. You've got to let him come down, even though he's not technically a shooter.
Peter with a big night last night. 21 points, 9 rebounds in the win over Ouachita. He followed a 10.4 board day against East Central the day before. And the sophomores made a bit of a name for himself at the midpoint here of this game, or of this second half. Made a name for himself in tournament play. Already had a strong season for the Wonder Boys. You know, it's one of those things, too, that when you get to the season-ending tournament, though these teams have all seen each other twice over the year, fan bases have had a chance to see everybody. Assuming you go to all the home games, you've had a chance to see everybody at least once. This is the opportunity where the eyes of the conference are upon you, and a chance really to make a name for yourself. And the records that are put forth here in the conference tournament seem to have a pretty long shelf life.
The mentality of a lot of teams coming into this week, not necessarily teams, but fans and athletic departments, one thought this was Southern Nazarene's tournament to lose. Look out. How about that one-hand grab?
Nice job. Nice job.
Get lucky every now and then. No, this was definitely considered Southern Nazarene's game to lose, tournament to lose. They can't even go off of the first, out of the first round. So they'll sweat a little bit, but they should be making their way to Maryville this weekend.
Kickball by Tech keeps it on the Southern Arkansas end. Schreiner back to the basket. He's been quiet on the offensive end for a while, and he puts 2 points in there. 6 of 10 from the field. Schreiner with 14. He has 4 assists as well.
Proving more and more he's a scorer, and if he can get that figured out for the Mule Riders, he could be much more dangerous next week, which has got to be where Southern Arkansas is looking right now.
That one ripped away down low. Blake Rogers forces that one into the hands of the Mule Riders, and so here we go. 9 minutes remaining in this one. And Rogers went away without the ball. Peter down the court, throws that one in, two-handed flush. Schaefer nearly gets the steal. Talon Peters still competing hard here. He has 17 points on the day.
Mark Downey wanted pressure there. He's gonna pressure after every made basket for the next 8.5 minutes, one would assume.
Rogers driving in, off the glass, and good. Help coming in, but he got there just a little bit late. Blake Rogers with 2. Johnson steps in, gets that one off the glass. Timeout on the court. And Wonder Boys will talk things over for a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a break as well here right now.
When you think about college, it's easy to think of intimidating things.
Like the large campus and classrooms, big books, and big tests. But when you get here, you realize that it's not just about these things.
It's about the people
who pushed us to succeed.
Those who struggled and achieved with us.
It's about finding our place.
And living and learning with people who care about you.
This is home.
Fan base here relaxed a little bit as this one looks to be heading in the direction of the blue and gold and white. Southern Arkansas trying to pick up its first conference championship. And you know what's interesting about that, Blake, is that the wealth has been spread around in the GAC over 12 years. 12 teams in the Great American Conference, 12 programs. And if Southern Arkansas can win here in this 12th tournament championship, it would become the 9th different program to have won a men's basketball title.
That's pretty impressive. 9 out of 12 schools in the league. Now, here's the question for you as the historian, and this may not be our trivia question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. The 3 programs to have not yet won a conference championship.
Okay, I think I know the answer. I know 2 for sure. And let me think just a little bit here.
I think I've just figured out the second.
Okay, I know for sure as Caraway kicks that one outside. Carell Ray, that one's too strong on the three-pointer. Tipped around, and the Mule Riders keep it on their end for a moment before Johnson steals it, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. Southeastern Oklahoma is 1. Northwestern Oklahoma is 1. And Oklahoma Baptist would be the other one.
Makes sense.
I think.
I knew Northwestern. I was pretty sure on Oklahoma Baptist because they made it to the championship game in 2020 and didn't win, and that's created a little rivalry with Henderson State. And Southeastern was the one I couldn't figure out.
And Southeastern's been to the championship and lost, I believe, to Southern Nazarene. I was going to say, I was just about to say, you know, one of those really good Southern Nazarene teams, but that's been pretty much the last 6 or 7 years. So Southern Nazarene, a very, very strong team. I believe that's who Southeastern lost to in the championship. So pretty sure I'm right. If the truck wants to correct me on that, that'd be all right. I don't have anything in front of me right now. Schreiner with 2 more, but yeah, I believe those are the 3. So everyone else, and you know, you look back at some of these championships too, as Schreiner continues to build on quite a scoring output today. Peter will get a chance to put 3 in right there. Schreiner with 16 points. And you think about some of these wins. You go back, Arkansas Tech has a couple of wins back to the initial conference tournament back in Bartlesville in 2012. And all the way through, Ouachita, after losing as a top seed, came back not long after that, picked up its 2nd tournament championship. So there are 2 teams with 2 tournament championships to their credit right there. Arkansas Monticello in 2021 over this Southern Arkansas team, and they did it on their home court in Monticello. That was following the pandemic year. Run through the Arkansas schools. 2020 was Henderson State, and what an effort that was. We talked about that win, as Henderson State was one of 4 teams that earned a spot in the Great American, excuse me, in the NCAA tournament. If Southern Arkansas wins here, that would be the first one for the Mule Riders. And then Harding, and you go back to the Great 8 for Harding, for Coach Morgan's team way back in the mid-20 teens, as this one well down the court, stop, up, and it will roll in for Jesse Davis Jr. He has 4 points on the day. And that was a team where Harding had a number of players that could not continue on through the season. It wound up being just an 8-man roster for the Bisons. And what it was a Herculean effort to get through and ultimately turn out a championship for the Bisons. Southern Nazarene, we know, has won. Not this season, but they have won. Southwestern has pulled off the big one here in Shawnee last year, coming from the number 7 seed. And so a big victory there. And East Central with a title as well. The Tigers, boy, there was a period there in the early portion of the Great American Conference where you could count on one of the big men. 1 or 2 of the best big men in the conference would have been on the roster of the East Central Tigers. Thanks for that question, Blake. You give me a chance to take that trip down memory lane here in the GAC.
That was enjoyable. Got to imagine here that the benches for both sides are going to start to be emptied in the next 5 or 6 minutes of gameplay.
Peter with a block on Schreiner outside the arc. He'll try it from 3 himself, and that one just will not fall. Lavelle inside. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul on Jesse Davis.
Great touch pass there from B.J. Johnson off the rebound. He immediately saw Lavelle open underneath the basket. Just a little tip off the board.
Is number 1, Andre Lavelle.
First free throw is good.
Black returns. Replacing Jesse Davis, also Nico Gosnell. Replacing Tommy Cameron.
Lavelle, after the free throw, will take a seat. Schaefer comes in his stead. Rogers guarded closely, full pressure now for the Wonder Boys, and it's going to draw a foul from Roberts. Darrell Roberts picks up his 2nd personal foul. Free throws, as we mentioned, from here on out in this one, and it will mean a 1-and-1 opportunity. Final 1-and-1 opportunity today for either of these teams.
Joey, again, we've talked about it before, but three-point shooting continues to be the story in this one. 9 three-point field goals made for the Mule Riders, just 1 for the Wonder Boys. That's 24 points in what is now a 22-point differential.
It is, and shooting well from outside the arc. Mule Riders 45% outside the arc. Arkansas Tech just 10% out the arc. And as Peter goes through, and you know, he's had a couple of nice looking highlight clip opportunities there, throws that through with authority, near steal, and he's playing up tightly on Hammond. He's not done competing yet in this one. Hammond will reset things. It's not so much even the misses there, but Southern Arkansas has just attempted more three-pointers as well. As much as they went inside to Black and they go to him again, 13 points on the day, 4 players in double figures on the court right now for Southern Arkansas. The three-pointer was there. Schreiner took it, Hammond took it, Rogers took it. They weren't afraid to fire from the outside.
It'll be interesting to see post-game how much of their game plan was get the three ball going. Tech's not even shot but 10. Southern Arkansas with double that.
And a little more than double that right now. Greg Hammond for 3. Hammond now is 3 for 4 from the outside. And the Mule Riders lead is up to 25. Look inside there, and a flush for Nico Gosnell. Nice look from Johnson.
Now you're just going to see guys, as they call it, you're just going to see guys hooping the next 4 minutes. They know this. They know this game is decided. They're going to go out there and play hard. Some of these guys, their last appearance on the basketball court. We take a look at a couple of seniors on the Arkansas Tech roster, and Roberts and Gosnell.
And Rogers was on the sideline when he caught the ball. Takes us to our final media timeout of the day. The Mule Riders are on their way to their first GAC Tournament Championship. Home stretch coming up.
When you think about college, it's easy to think of intimidating things.
Like the large campus and classrooms, big books and big tests.
And the long journey you'll take to achieve your dream career.
But when you get here, you realize that it's not just about these things.
Instead, it's about the people.
The people who pushed us to succeed.
Those who struggled and achieved with us.
Believed in us.
It's about how we feel when we're on campus.
It's about finding our place.
It's about family. You may not always know exactly where you're going, but at SAU, it's about discovering yourself and living and learning with people who care about you.
It's about finding your home.
It's about being home.
This is home.
Feels like home at Southern Arkansas. They've made Shawnee their home right now. Mule Riders in control, and pretty much from the beginning. Arkansas Tech got out to 4 quick points, took the opening tip, had a couple of quick baskets off fast break and quick movement down the court. And once Southern Arkansas settled in, got that half-court offense going, it really was the Mule Riders that just built on and extended its lead. Cade Schaefer for 2 for Arkansas Tech.
A little diamond pressure here. That's a block.
Call that one on Peter.
Got to give the offensive player time to react.
And that means Rogers will go to the line to shoot 2. Walking slowly to the line. I think he had to shake that one off just a little bit.
It's pretty hard contact. Well on our way as well, Joey, to the largest margin of victory in a men's basketball final. You have to go back to 2016. Ouachita Baptist, an 18-point win, or excuse me, a 16-point win over Harding in 16, 72-56. Mule Riders well on their way to usurping that record.
3.5 here to see what this ultimately will wind up as. And it's a 23-point margin right now.
Rogers will come off the floor.
Tech slowly bringing it up. Again, a nice run for the Wonder Boys coming out of that number 5 spot. It's a good victory against East Central in that 4-5 matchup. Hard-fought game there, and usually you expect those to be hard-fought games, as Harris will get it back. And he'll go to the line. Last night's game really was one where you talk about a team that maybe played above itself just a little bit in the opener, the quarterfinal, Ouachita over Southern Nazarene. But I would say this too, I never felt like Ouachita was one of those teams that you look at and go, this is an 8 seed. I mean, there was a team that fell to the 8th spot as the season wound down. And Harris is going to get it back. Nearly a turnover there. I think he was the first one to catch the ball after he stepped back in. So,
how about that rejection, though, by Hammond? Get up and send it away, big fella. And send it in, big fella.
From one end to the other, number 11 has made some noise. Two points quickly as Harris, this time, he gets the strong one that he wanted a while ago. Schreiner outside the arc. And they'll slowly work this one through. They're just going to take some time off the clock here. Ray kicks out. Hammond, 3 again. Won't happen this time. Rebound kicked ahead. Lavelle in the corner. And he'll work his way around. Reverse up and in.
Good take. Tech going to a much tighter man-to-man here just because they don't want to leave Southern Arkansas open from 3 anymore. They've been burned enough today.
Andre Lavelle has 8 points on the day. A couple of boards. Schreiner, he'll be met, and he will not be allowed to get the highlight clip there as Johnson shuts him down. B.J. Johnson's 4th personal foul. And watch it right here. Schreiner looked like he wanted to go in strong, and Johnson says, no.
Ooh. That, wow. You love to see these athletic plays, these just feats of just incredible athleticism that you don't see every day, and that right there was one of them. Great job by Johnson, but Schreiner, a little surprised he tried to get up and throw it in.
Yes. Schreiner up to 17 points on the day. And Arkansas Tech is allowing their starters and the players that have had the big part in this run to take a seat now. Some of the substitutes coming in. And we will likely see that from Southern Arkansas here in just a moment. Jonathan Mercera checking in, the freshman from Willemstad, Kerkow. Wearing number 13 and 14, Angelo Casorte, a freshman from Brazil for Arkansas Tech, makes his way in. Lucas Foster, a sophomore from Conway, Arkansas, in the contest right now. Trey Allen III, a redshirt freshman from Russellville, as well as Bronson Smith, a sophomore from Piedmont, South Carolina. Timeout on the court will allow some substitutions to come in for Southern Arkansas as well, so we'll get those there. Arkansas Tech, 23 points from the free throw line of their 66. And the question is, which GAC team has the most free throws made in a tournament game? Our Under Armour trivia question as this one winds down. Blake, any ideas?
Oh, gosh, I'd have to go back and look. I have a feeling, just based on the way the Truck's been doing trivia this week, there's about a 90% chance it's one of the 2 teams in this game.
And if that's the case, I'd put my money on Arkansas Tech. I want to say Southern Nazarene. That's just going to be my guess, but if it's one of these two teams, it'd be Arkansas Tech off the bench and in for the score. 6'8", 225 sophomore from Boonville, Arkansas. Logan Bradley comes in and makes his mark on this game. Logan Phillips also in the contest for Southern Arkansas. He's a sophomore from Chandler, Arizona. Jesse Davis Jr. remains in the game for Southern Arkansas, as does Devontae Walker. He's had 2 or 3 big rebounds already, the freshman. And Jerry Caraway. East Central made 36 on 49 attempted. Well, you know, I talked about them having the big man in there, so likely they were going to go to the line for that. March of 2017 for the East Central Tigers. And shot clock runs down. Good for Bradley because, you know, he was able to get a shot in before the Mule Riders are just going to run that shot clock down. A 23-point lead for the Mule Riders with 30 seconds left in this one. Still time to make a move or two, and that's exactly what Foster is going to do. Shot's a little strong. Rebound inside by Consorte. He kicks it out. Smith for 3. Count it. That makes it a 20-point advantage for Southern Arkansas. So this will be the largest margin of victory in a men's basketball tournament championship final in the Great American Conference tournament history. The Southern Arkansas Mule Riders are going to ride on into the NCAA tournament. First time for SAU to take the GAC tournament title and earn that automatic bid.
A dominating performance from a team that's been very good in conference play all year, and they get to play on. Logan Quinn in his first year. New heights for the Southern Arkansas program.
Oh, you are right about that. 22 wins, the most in Division II era for Southern Arkansas University. As they shake hands, we'll take a timeout. We have a lot more on the way. We're not done here from Shawnee just yet. We'll talk about this, talk to some players, coaches, and more as we recap this from Shawnee.
SWOSU has been saying that the focus is you for 20 years. Now that I'm here, I know my voice matters.
It's a true home away from home where the professors really do put the focus on me and my dreams.
At SWOSU, it feels like they are cheering me on with so many ways to get involved, like social clubs,
sports, quality academics, and great people who care about your success. For real, the focus is on you.
Open the door to your future at SWOSU. Go Dogs!
SWOSU, the focus is you.
If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what is character, culture, and Christ? Creating culture. Certainly when we graduate students, they go out and they create culture in classrooms. They create culture in churches. They create culture anywhere they go.
Southern Arkansas celebrating with the championship t-shirts there provided by the GAC. They are the champions in 2023. The hardware will make its way back to Magnolia, Arkansas as the all-tournament team is being announced. Darius Hobson, Ouachita, and Alvin Miles from Henderson State.
And also from Arkansas,
players on the all-tournament team.
Number 2, Talon Peter.
Talon Peter having his name called following Darrell Roberts. And the Arkansas Tech representation on this all-tournament team.
Number 4, Blake Rogers.
Which means there will be 4 Mule Riders recognized this afternoon. Blake Rogers, one of those.
And from Southern Arkansas, number 5,
Latraven Black.
From Southern Arkansas, number 11, Greg Hammond.
I'd say it was a big day for Gregory Hammond, but it was a big day for pretty much everyone in a white jersey.
It's really impressive as we look at some final stats here in a moment. It'll be impressive to see.
Brock Schreiner and his team celebrates with him as if he's just won the lottery.
And to those guys, their leader does that. That's a really impressive thing, and that's a great sense of teamwork.
Brock Schreiner, a senior from Choctaw, Oklahoma, a transfer student, and a big day today. Runner-up trophy in the tournament is awarded now to Arkansas Tech. Second GAC tournament runner-up for Arkansas Tech in 12 years. And the championship trophy, for the first time, will make its way to Magnolia.
The Mule Riders from Southern Arkansas University.
Will Pruitt looks like he's a little trepidatious going out there to deliver that trophy. Conference commissioner for the GAC handing it off to Southern Arkansas, and the Mule Riders continue a fantastic celebration.
GAC Conference Basketball Championships.
We'll get a chance to talk to some folks here in just a moment from Southern Arkansas. We hope we'll get to talk with Logan Quinn in his first season as the head coach. They'll get a picture here, and they'll take some time to cut down the net. In the meantime, let's talk about some stats from this one. And Southern Arkansas, off a 20-point victory, Blake has the majority of the numbers on their side of the ledger right now. 5 players in double figures in this one, led by Gregory Hammond Jr. today, and he filled out the stat line in a major way. 19 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. How about that? I mean, you're just all the way across the board on that. Brock Schreiner, the tournament MVP, with 18 points on the day. And his numbers included 4 rebounds and 5 assists along with a steal. Latraven Black had 13 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals. Blake Rogers with 15 points, 2 boards, an assist and a steal. And Carell Ray Jr. with 10 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. It's awfully loud here in Shawnee, and it's gotten that way. It hasn't been this loud yet here or in the arena for a while because this game was decided long ago.
Very early, a dominating performance from Southern Arkansas, led double digits the entire second half, led by 12 at the half. It was a really impressive performance.
Meanwhile, for Arkansas Tech, as the ladder is in place, the gold scissors are out, and the net cutting is starting right now for Southern Arkansas. 22 points for Talon Peter on the day to go with 6 boards. 12 points for Jarrell Roberts. He had a fantastic tournament as well. Andre Lavelle put in 10 in the Wonder Boys effort today. And B.J. Johnson with 8 points, 4 boards, and a couple of steals. Tommy Camarade, 3 points, 3 boards, 2 steals on the day. You take away from this one, Blake, you look at what Southern Arkansas has been able to do, and you just feel like it was a consistent team all the way through and stayed tough through a very, very challenging Henderson State run last night.
Indeed, and that's 2 tough games to come back and forth, but Southern Arkansas had the hot hand last night. They continue to roll the hot hand today, and a very high scoring average throughout the tournament.
We'll have a chance now to visit with the winning coach for the Southern Arkansas Mule Riders, Coach Logan Quinn. And Coach, in your first season, first off, let me say congratulations on the victory. A tournament championship. The trophy goes back to Magnolia for the first time.
Yeah, I'm just so proud of our whole team. It was a team effort again tonight. Devontae Walker came in and had huge minutes. Jesse Davis came in and had huge minutes. But, you know, I really want to talk about Coach Sharp, Andy Sharp, and the foundation that he laid for this team and for teams to come. The foundation had to be really firm, and the foundation had to be built on rock, and that's what it is. And we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that. And so hopefully we can keep it going. And I'm just so proud of the moment. I'm so proud of all of our players. Every single coach, Coach Reynolds, has done an incredible job all year of giving our players confidence, recruiting, travel. Coach Ryan Pippins, our graduate assistant, has done an awesome job all year. Those guys are behind the scenes a lot, and we would not be here without Coach Reynolds and Coach Pippins and Coach Waller. So I'm so happy for them.
Coach, this one was pretty much start to finish in the hands of the Mule Riders. After falling down 4-0 early, you build back in and then just steadily build on the lead throughout the game. Never really a letdown.
No, there wasn't, and that's all we talked about in the huddle was keep your foot on the gas, because we were in the exact same position at their place about a week ago. I think we were up 10 or 11 at half, and we took our foot off the gas. And so we wanted to be the most mature team in the tournament because we've got some senior leadership, and those seniors really stepped up tonight, and it's pretty fitting.
Coach, a very high-scoring offense throughout this tournament, and you really used your use of the three-point ball effectively today. Shot the ball really well from the perimeter. Talk about how much of that was in your game plan when you started planning today.
Well, we just wanted to get in the paint and kick out and shoot the open ones. We didn't want to shoot the contested ones, and it wasn't really even about the guys hitting the shots. It was the guys that set them up, and that's been our team all year, just super selfless. Jerry Caraway told us about 4 weeks ago that he felt like this was a championship team, and he was kind of the first one that really said it, and our guys believed it, and just so proud of us to be able to get the threes that we needed to and to be able to knock them down. It's a testament to our guys working all year. Coach Reynolds and Coach Pippins get them in shooting groups every single morning so that we can hopefully knock the three down, and that's what happened tonight.
Thank you, Coach, for taking time with us. Again, congratulations not only on the win, but for earning an automatic bid into the NCAA tournament, a historic season that will continue next week. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
22 wins on the season, 22-9 overall right now, but the year isn't over yet for Southern Arkansas. They're just going to continue to build on that. And here in a moment, we'll have a chance to visit with the tournament MVP, Brock Schreiner, as they get the microphone ready for him. And we've already visited with him once already this weekend. Let's take another opportunity right now as we visit now with the tournament MVP. 18 points on the day for Brock Schreiner. And congratulations first, Brock, on the victory for the team.
No, thank you, guys. It's a blessing just to be back here.
It's a big win, but as we talked about with Coach, it's just a team effort all the way around. But you took a lead, and you built on it, and it was just a foundation from the beginning. You never seemed to stray from that today.
I had a little bit difficulty with that this year. We've had a lot of games close at halftime, and we come out and we just relaxed a little bit. So we got lucky tonight. We kept on it for a full 40, and it was a good win for us.
Brock, this tournament was kind of a coming out party for you offensively. We talked yesterday, but talk a little bit about what you saw out there over the last couple of days.
Coach just kept instilling in me week after week just to be aggressive, and confidence is a big thing, as everybody knows. So got confidence back, and some shots fall sometimes, and that was just one of those weekends right here.
Well, Brock, again, you have the opportunity to move on now. You get the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Talk about what that means to you.
That's incredible. A 4-year graduate transfer. This season's been a lot to me. So NCAA tournament, this tournament in general was a lot to me, just winning it. So I'm still trying to soak it in, but it's going to be great. Got another couple weeks of practice and then just get after it.
Congratulations, Brock, on the MVP honor as well and the victory today. You take the trophy back to Magnolia, and success to you as your season continues.
Thank you, guys.
wins. Brock Schreiner, a senior transfer student, transferred in from Cameron University and makes his way into Southern Arkansas. And wow, what a run. A big deal as the net is making its way on down. Not many strands left. We'll get Coach Logan Quinn up there here in just a moment. This is always one of the fun times in the broadcast to get to see how this winds down. And really quickly, Blake, and Coach Quinn's just saying, hey, listen, we're just going to take this thing to the house. We got the rest of these strands. I'll take 1 or 2 of these home with me. Your final thoughts then on the win today for Southern Arkansas?
Well, first of all, it's been an outstanding tournament. A lot of fun to be here with you and our great staff throughout the week. And I do truly feel like the best team that was left ended up winning the tournament. Sometimes it's about who's the hot hand. Southern Arkansas has proven all year that it's a really good basketball program, and they're the one that gets to play on in that second week of March, and you never know what happens when you get further in.
And it's been a fun tournament to watch, too. I know we've talked about this, 14 games total, but the 7 men's games, really, you know, it's just been a lot of action. This one decided a little bit earlier than most this week, but it's been a great tournament again here in Shawnee at Fire Lake Arena.
It has, and it's really going to be fun to see what some of these teams can rebuild on going into next year. Additions, subtractions. It's always fun to see how teams can turn around and plan for next year because they all see this right here on the floor, and they want that to be them in the next season.
So we wrap things up from Shawnee, Oklahoma, and I want to give a shout out to the entire Great American Conference crew. Our cameramen for this weekend, Chris Morgan, Jillian Baker, Cassandra Thompson on camera today, Dallas Hall on replay, Sadie Rylander on audio, Taylor Gomez, technical director and director extraordinaire, Nathan Johnson doing a fantastic job on graphics, Matt Johnson, the engineer and our producer here on site. All of them, we could not do this without any of them. And I know them. They're great people. They're wonderful people to get to work with and just to get to know. A shout out to our GAC Sports Network crew. And Blake, it's been fun working with you as well as we look at Southern Arkansas starting to wrap things up. Again, 22 wins. That is a program high for Southern Arkansas in the NCAA era. Coach Logan Quinn will take these Mule Riders into the NCAA tournament. We'll find out a little bit later on today where they will be, but we know they are moving on. The Southern Arkansas Mule Riders, champions of the Great American Conference Tournament in 2023. Congratulations to them. And thank you again for watching and being a part of the tournament here in Shawnee Fire Lake Arena. For Blake Smith and this GAC Sports Network crew, I'm Joey McWilliams. God bless you. Have a great day.